Hi people, do you hate critters? Well, probably not, but what if I told you there was a very efficient way to chain lightning their teeny tiny behinds, killing them like 10 times over in half a second? Then would you be interested in annihilating them? I feel like this is one of those situations where the demand is created by the supply. And what is being supplied here are the Stormchops, crafted by cooks who have gotten the recipe through the daily fishing quest outside of Shattrath. The food buff gives you a buff that does a periodic lightning effect on mobs in combat with you within 15 yards with like a 10-second long internal cooldown. It won't damage a mob unless you're in combat with it in most cases. On normal mobs, it does like between 19 to 34 damage, and meanwhile it seems to scale with spell power, it's likely around 5% or so. On nearby critters, however, it deals about 680 damage, absolutely blowing them up. Sadly, like I said, it counts as a food buff, and thus meaning you can't use this one together with any other food buff. There are a lot of comments about this food from vanilla TBC on Wowhead, some of which got me wondering. These comments came from different patches, and it's difficult to know whether the food was changed throughout the Burning Crusade vanilla, and exactly how they made it work here in TBC Classic. One of them stated that the buff will break enemy rogues from stealth. That turned out to be false, or at least it won't break the stealth on a prowling druid in a duel. Maybe the food treats duelists different than foes, but that seems unlikely. As the food doesn't directly sap anything not in combat with you, it seems unlikely that it would sap a rogue that's stealthed. One of the comments claimed that it will break CC'd targets, and that turned out to be half true. It won't proc on CC'd targets, but it seems to be able to bounce from non-CC'd targets and break the CC'd ones. Allegedly, the damage is increased if it's raining. I was unable to test that out, but there were several comments pointing towards this, one even referencing to a BlizzCon panel thing something, so if you have the option to try it out, make sure and do that. In the end, the food seems entirely pointless. Some might find it awesome, and some might find it stupid, and some will probably think both. Some comments on Wowhead discuss whether the proc will crit based on your spell crit, and if that's the case, it might not be entirely worthless for some classes. Specs that gain special effects upon critting with a spell, such as a Balance Druid with Nature's Grace or an Elemental Shaman with Omen of Clarity, I think, they might actually benefit from this food, but that's just a theory that I'm going to have to test out. Should I find anything, I'll make sure to let you know in a video, so make sure to subscribe not to miss out on that potential one. Essentially, the best way to view this item at the moment is as a solution looking for a problem. I hope you enjoyed this short video, have a nice day, I'll be back soon with another video, and until then, see ya! Also like.